All right. Hey, y'all. I'm just doing a quick stream before dinner to get practice streaming. Also, like the title suggests, I have a bunch of credits that I need to spend, and they will expire if I don't. So, it's in Cursor, the IDE. I'll show you. Oh, it's on screen. I'm just trying to get chat on screen real quick, too. Okay. So much to pay attention to. But I'm not going to talk much if nobody's here, so it may not be the most entertaining stream because I'm going to be trying to focus. Let's see. Okay. So, I'm doing kind of a mixed project here. I was going to spend these tokens on like stuff that I just like wanted to be super intentional with them, but then time passed and now I just need to spend them because they're gone anyway tomorrow. Allegedly. I may have like a little bit of time into the day, hopefully, tomorrow, but who knows, because I'm going to try to spend them all today. Let me show you what I mean, though. I don't know if you can see down here. It might be hard to see. Anyways, it says you've used 25% of your usage limit. And then if I click that, it shows that it resets January 25th tomorrow. And I have $300 in usage left. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to get going. So what I'm doing right here is, this is for talking with famous people. It started as something else, and I've kind of been fluctuating between two big ideas here. One is I'm trying to structure all my thoughts and like text assets and stuff like that, like AI prompts, my thoughts on things, different references into an Obsidian second brain. I would explain it if I felt like I had more time and stuff, but I just want to get going. But it's just a note-taking system in Markdown where you can like link bits of knowledge bi-directionally, so you can link them to each other. You can jump from one note. For instance, like you could have, I said I wasn't going to explain it, but just the short thing is you can like take notes from like some video you're watching. And I think you put those in fleeting notes. Man, I'm going to get this wrong, but the concept works. You put those in like one folder, and then you have notes on that specific thing that are your original thoughts in another folder, and then you can link them together. So anytime you like you can know where you got certain ideas, and then in the source notes where you got the ideas, you can link to the video or whatever sources are included. Anyways, it's just a really good way to keep track of data, and I don't have the best like storage for specifics, so this is kind of really good for me. It helps me keep track of all the ideas and stuff I have that I would otherwise lose. Okay, so I like to just quickly go through things. I don't deliberate it out too much, and I just like to get going. I feel like it created a pretty good second brain structure for me. As you can see here, like an inbox for capturing ideas, daily stuff, so I can track, you know, day to day. The two kinds of notes I talked about. I think permanent is more for like things that you've refined and turned into like assets. Projects is for tracking projects in general. And then areas, I have a few here. Typology is one. Marketing stuff. Law office, which I do a lot of marketing for one law firm in general, but it's going to be two soon. Let's see. Personal, yeah, health stuff. Resources. This is a place where, like, this is the reason I started it, kind of, because I wanted to store all the things that I was generating, prompts and different templates. Also, details about people, whether it's business or personal. Addresses, serial numbers. Oh, not serial numbers. People don't have serial numbers yet. Yeah, addresses, phone numbers. Business stuff, like, is different for business and personal, but you know, all details about people that I don't want to have to remember. Oh yeah, birthdays is what I was thinking of. Scripts, procedures, SOPs, like standard operating procedures. I really like this because I don't want to, like, each time I have to figure something out, I look it up and then I have to, a lot of times, re-look it up, like, in the future when I want to learn how to do that same thing. I don't want to waste that time. So I try to pick the ways that I think are best and then distill them down into procedures so I don't have to think about it. Dev projects. So there is projects, but dev would be just stuff like we're doing today. I named this one ClickTable. Obviously, it can't keep that name. That I've Google searched it, and I knew it already before doing that because obviously it's going to be taken. But I'm building a tool. I am building a tool. AI is doing it. That replaces ClickUp and Airtable, which are like kind of like glorified spreadsheets, but they have a lot of extra functionality for organizing all sorts of stuff. So I use it for personal and work, but they cost money, and ClickUp has kind of frustrated me. You know, like for one law office that I'm working with, there's like no CRM that's not super expensive that really handles what we're doing clearly and specifically. That's a tax resolution law firm. And then the other one I reference is a personal injury. So I just got inspired lately with all the new AI stuff coming out and decided to just make my own app that solves the problems that I have trying to integrate all these tools that aren't really, they're like generalized tools. So there's a lot of specific functionality that I want. And so I'm really excited about that. And man, it's very easy once you get it going to just implement feature after feature. And maybe I'll show some of that later. I gotta go make dinner in an hour and a half, so we'll see if I stream that long, but maybe I'll show it in the stream, maybe in the next one, if there's any interest. Okay, the next thing is relevant to what I've been focusing on, like, more recently in the last day or two, which is this type case builder. I don't know, it named it that, but basically I'm scanning Eric Strauss's channel, Talking with Famous People, for his typing sessions. And then, well, first of all, pulling the transcript, trying to get Google Gemini to pull the transcripts. Hi, Jeremiah. From each video. And then I mean, that has been a challenge, but like, sometimes I'm able to get a consistent transcript, and then from there, structuring the output to where it like tags the different tests and what functions are testing for, so I can then store that data in a convex database, and then I can reference it later to make tools or mechanics for other things. So Jeremiah says, if use the components of different existing things, it's not taking other people's intellectual property. No, it's not. No one has a, what is it? Like no one has the ownership of spreadsheets, or when you click on a spreadsheet, that having its own page and storing custom fields and stuff. So, no, I don't think so. I'd be surprised if it was, but no, this is happening a lot. And people are just gonna like make software, like large software, really work for the market share now, I think, because it's getting to the point where people are able to create custom solutions for these things and not need big, expensive software stuff. Yeah. And I guess I would clarify, I'm not using their components. I'm in a lot of ways, I am saying, I want this functionality, but there's no like, there's no taking of their actual components. I'm just prompting AI agents or whatever to create what I want that is largely similar with theirs, but with my own twist. Okay. Let's see. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is I got it to help me with the prompt. You know, I said I was having some issues like getting the accurate transcripts from Eric's typing videos. Some of it is people are inaudible sometimes, or the audio quality is not that great, or whatever. But the problem I was running into is that Gemini started to hallucinate, and then it started to put words in Eric's mouth, say stuff he never said. So that was annoying, and I didn't realize it for a couple sessions, but it started making Eric say all this stuff like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that really sounds like the archetype of whatever. And like, it was weird. I don't know the specific for that one, but Eric was talking so weird in these made up transcripts. Okay. I'm watching my own stream, try to make sure it's all good. Okay, so I have to decide what I want to do first, because it's two ideas. Scraping Eric's channel for data, and then the other one is this second brain, which organizes all my disconnected stuff. It probably should have been two projects, but I was not patient enough. So I just told it, do them both. I could always break it off into a different project later. Okay. So, it gave me a couple pretty good prompts to try with Google Gemini to extract the transcripts and then also structure them. So there's, like tags that show, okay, he's testing. Eric is testing here. He's testing for a certain function, and it tries to identify the function. That's not to say that it won't hallucinate, but I'm just trying to start getting data like piped in. Then I can always improve that later. And it has some examples here. I've been talking too much. I don't want to explain it. Sorry. Let's see. Anyways, you could always like pause and zoom in or whatever if you wanted to see more. I'm just going to get going. Okay. Make a decision. Second brain first. Get the prompt saved and structure in place and continue convex. Yeah, I think so. Convex first, which is the database. I'm going to do A. So it's going to make a plan. And then it'll ask me if I want it to build that. But instead of having this agent build it, I'm going to have new sub-agents do each step or two in a fresh context window, so they're less likely to hallucinate. And as you can see where my mouse is right here, it's kind of small, huh? This context window for this conversation is already at 57%. So it's like past the sweet spot already. It starts acting a little funny the higher you get, I think, in my experience and from what I've heard from people. But mainly my experience. Okay. Anyway, so while it's working on that, I have another project. I like to just juggle between them. Also because I need to spend all those credits. So, let's see. I have 3 projects open. Let's add a second one here. I'm going to add another source. Window capture. I'll call this one cursor. Let's try the game. I'll show you all the game design one I'm doing. I really gotta set a precedent not to talk throughout the whole thing. I need to work. I'm selecting a window to capture. Cursor. Where is it? Okay, there. Okay. I'll put my camera over this. This cursor thing needs to be wider, so I can fix that. And then I will fit it to the screen. Control F, I think. Didn't work. Oh, I see. The wrong source was selected. Control F. A little bit hard to see, so I'll zoom in once. Okay, and so with this one, with this game thing, I've been having, I just logged on today and saw these issues. So I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm just going to copy it. Nope. Copy text, paste it in, ask it to fix it. Okay, the other screen. Let's see what we got. I feel like this is not moving. I'm gonna stop it and be like, you right? I'm good. Ready when you are. You've got 2 plans queued up. Second Brain and Convex Type Case Builder. Yep. Which should I tackle first? Dumb. I wonder, it just kind of stopped functioning for a second. And then now it's like it doesn't remember what we were just doing. So what I'm going to do is see if I can rewind. I don't know if they have that here. Rewind. No. Checkpoint. Check. Darn. Okay, so maybe I can edit. Okay. Oh, there was a sound that I think means that this is ready. I'm going to copy this into this other scene. Okay. Juggling. All right. So this is for the game design with the error. It said, I've rewritten the file with these changes to match Kilo Code's expected format. And it looks like I'm not getting the error anymore, so I'm gonna hit keep. And that's done. Okay, cool. Where were we at? And then I'll just ask this. If I leave it in agent mode, it might just go off and just do a bunch of stuff. Okay. Let's see. The other one. Yeah. What should you tackle first? You should tackle. Okay, so we're back. Yeah. Second brain structure. There we go. So it'll come up with a plan. I love it. I had this second brain vault for years, and then I stopped using it in the last year or so. But I was just storing my different notes about stuff. And then I didn't really learn enough about the structure I was trying to explain at the beginning of the stream. So I just wanted to get it going. I think that's a common theme with me. And so I just started. The structure is called Zettelkasten. I'm sure some of you all have heard of that. So I just started it and then never really learned more on like how to do it right. So now today I'm just asking it to do that for me. Okay. While that works, I'm going to go to the other one. Okay. Where were we at? We're fixing a YAML error. Yeah, I know. Not that. Okay. So I'm going to start a new chat. By the way, I'm using voice to text. Okay, where were we at with the game development? Where were we in the process with BMAD? So BMAD is a development infrastructure. And it helps, it's based on Agile, kind of. And it helps you structure ideas. They have a game dev module, which allows you to kind of get your vision clear before you start building. Okay. All right. All right, so it wants me to copy these Stream Deck prompts. Oh, cool. It did. It organized them. And they gave me a 2-step prompt. Normally, I just will save it straight to the Stream Deck. Let me see if I can show this on the camera. Because if you don't know what a Stream Deck is, it's this little Elgato button kind of thing. I have like different devices from them, but here's one of them. And you can map whatever commands to these. Not everything, but a lot of things. Including just text chunks that you can call on demand. And it really helps when you have workflows that you want to fire off and you don't want to be typing that same thing over and over. Plus, you're not going to get it. You're going to forget something, you know? So I like to just save them and then iterate on them over time. So here we are. I love this folder structure they came up with. Okay, key links in Obsidian. Stream Deck prompts. Okay. Okay. Tony's contact. Right. Tony, I was referring to my brother. Click table project, which, again, that's a temporary name. It's going to be something else completely. Type case builder. This is for Eric Strauss's channel. Resources hub. This is for everything. Dev projects hub. This is for development projects. Ready to move on to the convex type case builder setup, or want to add more to the second brain first? Right. First of all, let me keep that. Okay, so let me go get these. Interesting. So what I'm going to do is save this to the Stream Deck. as 2 prompts. Should I show? It's probably worth showing you all. Add source window. Stream Deck. Stream Deck. There we go. Cool. So this is like the interface. Okay, so these are kind of messy right now. Let me think. What's the purpose? Purpose is to get Eric type video transcripts. So these need to be in their own folder. Gotta zoom in, man. It's hard to see. Okay. Oops. No. There we go. First of all, I can get rid of this. This one, I named it New Guy because I was just... This is actually my first version of this prompt extraction thing. So I'm going to make a folder. YouTube video into assets. Yeah, I guess that's correct. Right. Here's in Gemini getting a summary. Oh, this is cool. Generating a cover image. Like in Gemini also. This guy's no longer the new guy. This one is the old guy. Old guy. Let me duplicate that. New guy. And then what it does is I copy a link to a YouTube video, get it in my clipboard, then the first step pastes it, then the next step pastes our prompt, which, oops, hard to see, which has a space on the first line. So it's the video link, then the, should we put my camera here? It's a video link, and then, sorry, I want to perfect things. Let me copy this. So paste the video link, then adds a space, then our prompt. So now what I'm doing is I'm copying the prompt that Cursor gave me and replacing this. Cool. And then if I need to use step 2, new guy. Part 1. If I need to do step 2 when the video is too long and Eric's typing the person for like over an hour, it'll break it up. It won't be able to do it all in one output. So I will have a part 2 that is used sometimes. Let me make this easier for you all to see. Control F. Stream Deck. What am I missing? There we go. Crap, I did it wrong. Okay, it doesn't matter. Not mute. What do I want? I want text. Right, and so this will be new guy part 2. And I'll have to actually name that correctly soon. All right, then I'm jumping to the project and grabbing continuation prompt. I guess y'all can't even see what I'm talking about. Okay, and then new prompt part 2. You won't need the URL in this one since it's just a continuation, so pasted. All right, and that should work. We're about to try it. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, so let's hide the Stream Deck. Left screen, hide the Stream Deck. We are looking at, okay, the right place. So, ready to move on? Yes. Okay, except the context window is even fuller than it was. Now we're at 63%. So what I'm gonna do is have it hand off what we've done to the next conversation, which calls for its own, it's a button I've already saved that does everything. So it's gonna summarize the session, push it to the GitHub repository that it's stored in, like as a save state, and then give me a handoff prompt to go into the next conversation. So I just press this. Let's see. It's this whole thing I've been doing over and over and over, so it works pretty well. All right. And instead of planning that, I want it to do it. All right, and then let's check out the other project while that's working. All right. Staying on the topic of type, I don't have a ton of ideas in general. I'm kind of fixated on few ideas or concepts that I'm really into. So again, going to attentional configuration. So here's the idea I had so far. It's not exactly what I want, but it's, I mean, it's a start. So we'll see. Again, Jeremiah, completely ripping off the source. And if people say they're not, I mean, there's, you know, they say there's nothing new under the sun. Basically, I mean, we're just combining things that exist, basically. So anyway, I understand people who disagree, kind of, but I disagree with that. All right, so I'm using BMAD game development. I skipped the brainstorming because I had a ton of ideas myself. We made a game brief. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's kind of like organizing what you want. Game design document required, not started. So that's the next thing we'll need to do. Okay, cool. What's not started? No game code exists yet. I know, we need to go. All right, game design document workflow is required and is your next milestone. You can invoke this with a GDD workflow and BMGD. Okay. Okay, I'm hesitant here because Cursor's the fastest, but I've been doing this in Claude Code, which is a lot slower, but Cursor sometimes will just simulate like it's consulting with me, and then it'll just do everything by itself and kind of hallucinate. But let's try it out. Before I do that, nah, let's just go. Enough belt and suspenders. I see. Let's just stay in plan mode, and then I will do the GDD workflow. Game design document. Yeah. Let's just see if that works. All right, let's see what's on the other one. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna on this other one, the second brain thing, it's giving me one of two prompts to take to the next session, so it knows, because each time you start a new conversation, for people who don't know this, it starts with a wiped memory, you know? And so You want to give it reference so it can get oriented again. What remains for next session? Test with ENTP. Okay. Copy prompts. I did. Transcripts. Okay. Right. I'm going to go ahead and do this more detailed one. Start a new conversation. Then maybe put it in plan mode. Okay. Oh, interesting. Let's try 2 plans. I'm going to get 2 models to do the same plan. One will be Opus 4.5 thinking. And the other one will be... Are we coding? What are we doing? No. Okay. Will be GPT 5.2 extra high thinking. Cool. We'll see who does a better job. Well, that's working. We'll go to the other project. Welcome, Ruben. I'm ready to set up your game design document workspace for Type Clash. Again, placeholder name. Okay. No brainstorming. That's good. We didn't do that. We don't need research. Not yet. I don't think. So it's a 2D multiplayer extraction roguelite with personality type themed arenas. Admittedly, the personality type stuff feels a little shoehorned, but I'll just see what happens. Pillars, asymmetric playstyles. This was the coolest thing I thought. You know, we could have at least 4 kind of general styles with sub styles within them, obviously from the quadras into the individual types. We have to define how each of the functions is represented in game. It doesn't quite work, so it's going to require a little bit of debauchery with the definitions and stuff, but not definitions, but with the how it's implemented into the game. For instance, it's a fighting game, you know? So there's a lot of SE and I guess TE and... All right. FE. A little bit. Okay. But, you know, there is things like... I'm having it include like emotes, voice stuff, custom emotes, customizing things, a lot of custom options like Smash Bros has like toggle switches for all these different conditions. That would be fun. So let's do that. Do I have any other documents I'd like to include, or shall we continue? Continue. Okay. So whose plan is this though? Oh, I got confused. It was the other conversation where we excuse me. It was the other conversation where I asked 2 agents to work on the same prompt. So that's not here. Okay. But it did carry that setting. I want to disable that though. Yeah, Opus 4.5 thinking. Okay, continue. I guess I'll just leave it in plan mode. It's just going. All right, so let's see the other one while we're working on... Well, that's working. Well, we're not doing anything except telling it what we want. Okay. Here's the other one. The second brain Eric Strauss notes extraction thing. All right, so GPT 5.2 is still working. Opus 4.5 has completed this and has come up with a plan. Set up the Typecase Builder project by doing the Elite Next Clerk Convex Starter, which is a template I'm using. It's like a software stack that allows you to like have a basic website real quick. You can customize it. So it's pretty simple. I kind of like this plan. Just gonna clone that template, get it going. It's gonna copy my environmental variables from my other projects so it can like quickly get it up and running. Oh, I like this plan. Let's see what GPT 5.2 has though. I feel like GPT 5.2 is thinking a lot more. So we'll see. It's even asking me some qualifying questions before it starts. Yeah, okay, so it says, where should I create the Typecase Builder? I don't know. Opus didn't even ask me that. Opus is just... Okay, it's building in this subdirectory called Typecase Builder. That's option A for GPT 5.2. I don't really know about work trees too much. I don't want to get derailed. Okay, I'm just going to tell it this. For auth, should Typecase Builder reuse ClickTable's clerk app keys or use a fresh clerk app? I don't know. So I'll tell it, I don't know what's the best practice. Let's see. Or we actually don't need clerk yet, do we? So as much as I can control, I don't want it to ask me for my expertise. I want to use, I don't know what I'm doing. So I want it to defer to outside expertise. Extroverted feeling. So it really is thinking of this a lot. But I don't know. What? It's really thinking a lot, which may be good, but might be too much for me. Too much thinks. Nah, I'll stop it here. I'm going to go with Opus 4.5's answer. And if you click View Plan, it'll show you the plan it came up with. This is the coolest part. I got to give credit to YouTuber Ray Fernando for showing me this. So it's got the whole thing on the project. It's a lot of good detail. And I used some of Eric's structure and terminology. Just so happened that I pulled a couple things from his debate terminology. Yes, we must have purpose, Jeremiah. So Eric uses like, he talks about warrant, claim, and impact, which is very similar to this marketing structure for like copywriting that I learned from Todd Brown, who's I think very good at building like actual, like finding what people are actually complaining about or have pain points around, and then like creating solutions and then making those into valuable products or services for people. And this warrant, claim, impact is very similar to his claim proof benefit? It talks about for every claim you have, you need to ground it. There's different kinds of proof you can use. Proof, right? I think proof is a little bit of a overreach in terms of terminology, because proof is like, it's not evidence. Evidence is what we all have access to, you know? Sometimes we can all look at the same pool of evidence. Often, we can look at the same pool of evidence and come to completely different conclusions. And I think there's very few things you can actually prove. The thing I know most is that I'm having some sort of experience that feels conscious, you know? Everything else is just like, it's like, I don't know if you call it like an abstraction, but it's like another, like you have to perceive it. Seeing stuff, you know, our brain has to translate that data and feed it to us. And I think the thing that we're closest to is this feeling of consciousness or awareness. You could argue whether that's real or not. Anyway, kind of got derailed there. All right, so Opus 4.5, type case builder convex. Let's see. Yes, I like this. I was like, I thought it was giving me a choice. It needs to do all of these. So here's the cool thing I was showing you, is that it creates a to-do list, right? And the main chat will say, do you want me to just do that? But like I was talking about a while ago, is that fills up the context window. So instead of having this dude, this agent dude do it, you can select like one or two of these, depending on like the complexity, pick the right model, and then have a new sub-agent run it. So I'll show you that. I'm choosing the model based on how complex I think it's going to be. It's okay. Just going to build it. So we're taking 2 tasks. And that'll start a new chat here. I'm trying to see this live on stream, and man, it's pretty behind. It's like 15 seconds behind. That's annoying. That actually might be a setting in my stream. Let me see. What would it be? What levels of proof did Eric say are? I don't know exactly what you're asking. I'd have to think about that. Because I was saying there's different kinds of proof, right? But I was talking about marketing proofs. And so I think they would be similar though. So like you could do like an SI kind of proof, like, well, I know X is true because I literally experienced it yesterday, right? But that's not communicative, that's experiential. So maybe that's not as convincing to some people. For me, that's not very convincing. I feel like I spoke too soon there. I don't know. I think there is something to be said for when a lot of people are experiencing something. So I might look at that to see what's up. But there's like TE-SI type proof, like case studies of like whatever claim you're making, case studies that are consistent with it, that would be true if your claim is true. What else? FE proof. FE proof to me is just like, in one way, people like it. It's obvious. You know, I think of maybe like pop music as having FE proof and NI proof. You know, to cater to resonate with a large audience, you kind of have to have that NI thing. What's NE proof? I don't know. If we had Acacia in chat here, she could probably tell us. Yeah. All right, so I need to not go too fast through this because, like, I really don't like when it gets very technical because obviously I don't understand this world. People who understand development and stuff, they have a lot of a leg up, you know. And anybody with any expertise on anything has a leg up versus somebody else, you know. I think the skill is interfacing with these new scary tools. Okay. Created a new convex project. Okay, cool. Type case builder. Cool, cool, cool. Dashboard. I'll need to add this variable to be set in the convex dashboard. Very convenient that it gives me the link. So I'm going to go there in my browser, which you cannot see. I would show you, it's just I don't want to dox myself or like expose API keys. Okay. We need the clerk URL, right? So where do I get the clerk URL from? I think I'll just ask it this. All right, let's look at the other project for a second. Where's my switcher? Cool. The game dev one. Wonderful. All right, so apparently there's 14 steps to setting up this game design thing according to this BMAD methodology. Step 2 of 14 is game context and type. We have one game brief, 0 research, 0 brainstorming, 0 project docs. Okay, this is a greenfield project, meaning it's new. As your game design peer, I've reviewed your game brief and have a great starting point. Let me share what I understand. Type Clash, a 2D multiplayer extraction roguelite. Extraction meaning if you die, you'd lose your gear. If you get out, you take it with you. And you can store it and then bring stuff back out. Of course, inspired by Arc Raiders recently, but, you know, Escape from Tarkov and other games like that. Type platforming meets physics-based combat. Players clash through personality-type themed arenas. Right. I said start with quadras as arenas. Get the vibe down, and then we can get more specific. You know, INTJ stage or whatever, and you know, ESFJ stage. They'd be wildly different. I'm excited to see that. Movement feels like Spelunky combined with Towerfall. Games I really like. With expressive callouts for personalized trash talk. Yeah, there's a game called Castlevania Harmony of Despair, or Castlevania HD, that was on the Xbox 360. The netcode had a ton of problems, and it was so sad. It's very hard to find a match. I was pretty persistent, but my friends were not. I mean, and I don't blame them. You know, I had a friend, I thought he was a ENFP, but I don't know, but he really had this kind of like ENTP kind of response to TE. Like, I don't want to mess with all that, you know? I know several types have this kind of disposition, and I get it. What fight mechanics? Well, uh, so I'm not sure yet, Jeremiah. That will be fleshed out a little bit, but something like Spelunky, and Towerfall. I want to show them on screen, but also I don't want to get, I don't know, in trouble. I don't know what gets you in trouble on YouTube, but if you look those up, maybe I could just show a picture or something. Let's see. I'm gonna try that. No, that's not gonna work. And it's a tangent, but there'll be tight platforming, like really quick, responsive. Just look up Towerfall or Spelunky. Towerfall's great. It has like this one screen stage, and if you fall through the bottom, you come through the top again. If you go off the right edge, it comes through the left edge again. It's kind of like, I don't know if you ever played Bubble Bobble on the original Nintendo, but it had that, and it's cool. And Towerfall, which is a multiplayer fighting game, has that, and I really like it. And one thing Towerfall has that I like is everybody starts with like 3 or 4 arrows, like bow and arrow. It's so simple, but it's so fun. You can fire your arrows at another player, but then your arrow literally, it doesn't go back to your inventory immediately. You have to go pick it up off the ground. So a lot of times you're shooting at each other, everybody runs out of arrows, and then it's like a scramble to pick them up. You know, and that is a lot of fun. And I probably should have captured that whole thing via voice to text, but I've done a lot of talking already to this agent about this. It's informed some of this, but I'm really going to develop that kind of thing. I like it simple, not too much stuff. I just want it to feel good, have great physics, and I want people to, yeah, like a little bit of stress, not too much, but just like the group energy when we're playing Towerfall is so fun. Such a good party game. Seems kind of like interactions will be adventure or D&D-ish. Yeah, a little bit, except it's at least going to start with instant, like individual fights, like a fighting game. I should have captured that. Yeah, yeah. At least it's on stream, right? So, selfishly, streaming this allows me to do what I've been doing with Eric's sessions, capturing it. So I can go back after this and then use a tool to scrape the transcript from this and then extract the kind of ideas I had and then put them into this project. Okay. I appreciate the questions and feedback, Jeremiah. That helps me kind of ask some of these questions that I wouldn't have. Oops. Oops, accidentally muted there. Let's see. Because I have on these buttons like mute, go to the scene where I'm looking over here on this screen, and then the other scene where I'm looking over here. Okay. Yeah. Right. So it sees the kind of, I'm trying to fit a lot in here. I know stuff has to go, has to be cut out. It's hard for me to remove aspects that I like, but I will. So it's saying we have a lot of things here. Roguelike, action platformer, fighting game, party game. Their recommendation, go with primary type roguelike. For the extraction / run structure and game design development framework, with heavy borrowing from action platform and fighting game templates for mechanic sections. That's fine. Honestly, I would be more picky, but I don't have time. I got to spend this money. So I'm going to keep it and I'll say, I like it. Let's go. All right. So then I'm going to switch to the other project. Hi, Keisha. Hello. Cool. The other one, oh yeah, I need to get this clerk URL. Cool. It just gave it to me. Hi, how are you doing? So very good to see you, Acacia. Let's see. So this has to go in the local environmental variables. I feel like this is wrong. On my screen, I'm gonna have to go to clerk. Hi, yeah, I am, as the title says, just trying to spend these. I have like the subscription, which gave me a bunch of bonus credits, and they expire tomorrow. And also, Acacia, so, oh, I keep trying to visit bathroom, but Kabi kept scream crying. Aw. I'm not going out to dinner with the family for birthday stuff because it's too nasty out. So I'm streaming some stuff instead. For a bit, in like 40 minutes, I gotta go cook. Yeah, credit fund. I gotta go cook soup. Caldo de res, which is beef soup. Beef soup, your favorite. Okay, cool. So I'm checking on clerk. This is all like pretty new to me, so I'd been struggling with errors. And like really kind of getting stuck, but then hit a, like kind of got over it. I don't remember how exactly, but I didn't realize, obviously I have to go inside clerk and convex and set all the settings up. But you know, that's what relying too much on the AI agents and stuff will do. You kind of get stuck. You don't have expertise, so, but it's not too bad. Acacia says, ooh, little birthday dinner inside. No. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess kind of, but we're not having the extended family come out and stuff. Sit everyone down and make them sing. Oh my goodness. Honestly, Acacia, I wish you were here and we could just play some sort of board game. That would be ideal for me. In the cold, we have wood for the fireplace. I would set that up. Plus, hold on. You would hate this. There's chunks of coconut in this. I don't know if you'd hate this. I figured most people would. But the fireplace, last time I started it, I was trying to get it ready. Yeah, that would be the best. I was trying to get it ready for, my mom had a friend over and her husband and their kids. And so I quickly set it up and I didn't move these candlesticks from the side of the fire. And of course, the sides of the candlesticks melted all the way down and there's candle wax all over the hearthstone there. So my idea is maybe tonight, a birthday fire or whatever, start up the fire again, get that candle wax that's settled there and clean it up, you know, let that warmth liquefy it and just, you know, hit it with some paper towels or whatever. Because my mom was out there scraping, like she had been out there. I felt so bad. She had been out there scraping with a knife, like a little butter knife. Yeah, I could scrapey, right? I could scrapey, but I turn on the fire and it's papey, not scrapey. You just paper towel it. Okay. I almost got this. I feel like, no, I can't show you all this because it is API keys, but nobody's going to watch this anyways, right? So make a little birthday wax, friend. Right. Yeah, I need you for that. I could collect it. I'll try. Scoopy, not, what did I say? I forgot. Okay. It says go to the clerk dashboard. Now check this out. Did that mess things up? Yes, it did. Okay. There we go. Okay, go to the clerk dashboard. Done. Select your application, the one for Nice Alien. Okay. I forgot my finger was up. Okay, I'm at my dashboard. Okay, no, this is dumb. It's using my application from my other project. Hey, you're using the application from my other project ClickTable. Is that correct? I don't think it is. Yeah, exactly, Acacia. I think I mean, I for sure got it from you. There's a lot of cool things that the people of Talking with Famous People don't get to experience that are Acacia-isms that are freaking awesome. One is this kind of acacia finger. It's like an NE representation, or like NI also. Yeah, yeah. I don't know exactly what it is. It's very good though. I do miss it. Okay. All right, so I had the objection and it said, yes, that's correct. Per the plan's instructions, copy.env.local from ClickTable. I told you to do that. Let's see. It didn't do it. Yes. Very soon, Acacia. The 12th. Oops. Maybe shouldn't say that. I don't know. Okay. Again, nobody's going to take my API keys. Nobody's going to find me at the airport. Okay. I need to do this thing. Copy.env.local. I can do it. So you can't see this, but I'm going to go get it. Maybe. I just realized I can't do it on Windows file system because it actually needs to be in WSL, which is Windows subsystem for Linux. It has its own paths and stuff. So you can get there from within like a terminal, which is what I'm doing on the side here. I'm getting that file and we're bringing it. Copy. And then I'm going to paste it here. I think you all can still see. I'm going to paste it in here. Let's just paste. Paste. It did it. Up there are the API keys. Oh no. All right. So I'll have to refresh those after the stream. Doxed. It's okay. It was going to happen. Okay. It was going to happen sooner or later. Done. See, this is what low SI and low TE, I think, like, and high FE. But I don't mind. I'm glad y'all are here. Snatch that. Bring it. Yeah. A lot of snatching and bringing. Where was I? Copied. Done. Reuse clerk keys. Done. It says it, so I'm doing it. I copied the clerk configuration from ClickTable, so Type Case Builder is using the same clerk application. Cool. This means same key. Cool. The less I have to do, the better. If you want Type Case Builder to have its own separate clerk application with independent users, you need to create a new application. Well, okay, yes, I do want a separate one. Yes, I do want a separate one. The other one is for law office data arrangement. I don't think that ties in too strongly here. What is the best practice? Also, I was going to title the stream a couple different things. Another one was streaming until Eric streams. or streaming until Eric streams or I run out of tokens. Something like that. I don't know if you've seen those like videos like eating a picture of whoever, Timothy Chalamet until he recognizes me or whatever. I don't think that one exists, but like 300, or it says like eating a drawing of him every day until he recognizes me. And then you'll see like day 400, day 400 eating a picture of Timothy Chalamet. All right. We're doing good. We're doing good. Let's see. I did not want to answer this. Like, I did not want to have it be its own project and stuff because I don't want to think about it, but I know it's correct. It says for unrelated products with different user bases, separate clerk applications is the best practice. Here's why. Okay, I believe you. Steps to set up a new clerk app. There we go. Go to clerk, click add applications. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it. Just y'all just have to believe me. Name it type case builder. Cool. Type case builder. If Eric wasn't streaming until Tuesday, Acacia, I thought about that. There comes a point in the stream where I go, okay, I lied. Bye, you all. If that happens, but, well, spoilers. But hopefully he just goes live and then the illusion is never broken. Okay, done. Type case builder is there. Choose your auth methods. Email, Google, etc. That's cool. You can auth by phone too. That's so cool. I'll do phone. Wait, I don't need to complicate this, but I kind of want to. Let's not. Okay, I'm gonna just keep email and Google. But let me just tell you, the other options are phone number, username, Facebook, Apple, GitHub, Microsoft, LinkedIn, wow, Dropbox, Discord, Twitch, TikTok, GitLab, Hugging Face, Slack, Linear, Atlassian, Bitbucket, HubSpot, wow, Coinbase, Notion, Line, Box. What's Box? Zero, Vercel, Base, Coinbase, MetaMask. I thought it said MetaMusk. OKX Wallet and Solana. Okay, cool. I don't know what those are. Yeah, maybe I could add those later. Okay, so that's kind of what I was thinking. Not all of them, but at least like phone number, GitHub, Discord. Because like I just want to get this working, spend the tokens, and then later these could be turned into tools, games, stuff. The idea here is to consistently scrape good and correct data and then store it in this convex database in a way that's usable later. All right, I chose my auth methods. Get the new credentials. Okay, cool. Create application. Copy next public clerk publishable key. Starts with PK test. Oh, cool. Yeah, I got it. Copy the secret key. Cool. Got it. I got it. Okay. In the new clerk app, what does that mean? Go to JWT templates, okay? Yeah. I think I have to go to the next page, and then... Okay, cool. I found it. JWT templates, found it. Create a new template named exactly convex. Add a new template. Use the convex template preset if it's available. It is. It's named convex. Done. Note the front end API URL. So that's two things it wants me to save now. Where do I put them? Let's see. Since I already doxed myself, let's just keep going. Okay. These are different. I see. It's up here that should replace. Boom. Then I'll get rid of these. I'll save that. Maybe I'll take that off the screen. Okay. Note the front end API URL. It's funny because it only says issuer and JWKS endpoint, but they're both URLs. It's going to be what they call the issuer URL. I can tell from the pattern here. And then, okay, so number 4 is update your local config. I copied this to my clipboard. Replace the clerk keys. I did it. Oh, I didn't do it. Actually. Oops. Because we're not in Typecase Builder yet, are we? Oh, we are. Is that right? I gotta check my clipboard history. No, it's not right. I changed the wrong section. So I'm gonna go and replace these again. Now I dox myself. Okay. Clerk. Yeah. Just for authentication. But like, exactly. So I don't have to think about that. It's been a headache in the past to try to set that up before I knew clerk existed. Okay, I'll read it. Clerk me outside. Right? How about that? Okay. Clerk me outside. Cool. Replace the clerk keys. Freaking did it. Update clerk issuer URL. Right. Got it. So that's where I'm pulling this new URL from. Oops. I closed it. I'll open it again. Clerk issuer URL. So let's just put it here. Oh, it's here. There we go. Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Did it. Check. Update convex dashboard. I'm not worried, Acacia. I know you will. Cool. So go to my dashboard. Cool. Dashboard. I'm gonna copy that. Did you all ever, were you ever aware of that, or Dat, comedian Dat Fan? He was in the, what was it? Last Comic Standing season 2, I think. In the same season with Ralphie May. FYI. All right, let's see where we're at. I went to the URL and then set next public clerk frontend API URL to the new clerk frontend API URL. Okay. I don't want to drop off here. I feel like this TE kind of bogs me down sometimes. Quien, spell por favor. I don't think I've seen that season. Yeah, Dat Fan, DATPHAN. He's okay. Honestly, he was not better than Ralphie May. But I think people liked him a lot. They both got to the end. You'd probably infer from my speech. Okay, never mind. Anyways, he was okay. He just did a bunch of Asian impressions. I thought it was cool because people were so sensitive about race jokes that I was like, people need to make fun of each other more. It's okay, you know. Often it's, you know, I think a vast majority of the time it's not hateful, but yeah, he looks and sounds familiar. Yeah, it's okay. He had one set, you know. And in that show, they kept doing like Kill Tony like style, like very short sets. I think it were 5-minute sets maybe, but they started with like 1 or 2 minutes, if I recall correctly, at the beginning of the season. And then I think the end of the season was you had to do a 15-minute set. I don't know. He's aight. Okay, I can do this. Update convex dashboard, right? So go there and set that variable to the new clerk URL. We're in convex. This was mixing me up by myself yesterday. I was like conflating where clerk convex, and that was a big part of why things were broken. Super obvious if you just stop and think it a little bit, but okay. There is an environment variables section. I think that's what this is, right? So I'm going to do it. Name next public. Okay, what else? I'm just going to copy it. Boom. Okay. Would you like me to switch to agent mode to update the ENV local? I think I already did it, but you can check to confirm. I followed all your steps. And then I'm going to see if it puts itself in agent mode, because I have it in ask mode right now. It should. You said you agree. You like that you were able to help open that door for people. Dang, I forgot what we were talking about. If you can let me know. You feel like it's now a lot more understood and accepted. Oh, I see. Yeah, like ribbing with each other. Like Ronnie Chang stuff. Yeah. He's pretty funny, right? Like, is he some sort of ENTJ or ESTJ? I don't know, but he does seem to have like this, like, you're stupid, you're not doing the thing right. Could be INTJ. Oh, Asian jokes too. Yeah. Am I thinking of the right guy? Who's like, yeah, complaining how stupid things are. I think it takes somebody with, I think usually with NI, to make that kind of shrewd observations, but I would think that ESTJs still would joke like that, but it might be that kind of humor to where like, right. It might be that humor to kind of like where they see like how stupid everybody is, but they don't really see because they can't intuit what's going on. Yeah, I think ENTJ. It's been like years since I've seen his clips, but my brother Tony thought he was pretty funny. I think he's pretty funny. Okay. Let's see. How much? I feel like a little sweaty. How much of that's coming through? All right, so let's see. Based on the changes you made, everything looks correct. Woohoo! What you've updated. New clerk publishable key for Stunning Oarfish. Nice. Your parents thought he was. Interesting. All right, Putty. Oh, cool. Oh, your parents thought he was funny. I thought your parents thought he was ENTJ. I was like, oh, cool. So they looked at your mom and were like, kind of somewhere, your mom, your dad, kind of around there. Pootie, welcome. Pootie Cat. Yes, I'm swimming right now. Yes. Let's see. Sorry, that made me laugh. That was funny. Okay, new clerk publishable key. Got it. New clerk secret key. I think I got it. New clerk issuer URL. Got it. You still need to set the environment variable in the convex dashboard. No, I don't. No, I do not. Add variable. I did that. You know what to tell it. I did that. Hello, how are you doing today? How's everybody doing? Uh, I think we lost Jeremiah. Acacia swooped me. All right, so let's see. That's fine. I'm gonna go to the other project. Switch gears for a minute. Game development project. I'm a little scared how slowly this percentage is going by because we got to spend it. So we're going to do a lot of action right now. Well, Putty, as you know, nothing myself. It's all AI, but I am prompting it. So a couple things. One is like it's a lot of things. One is I'm scraping type sessions from Eric's channel and then pulling his tests methods through AI. So I'm trying to make the system that pulls them. Is this Python? There is some Python. This is not. This is a lot of Markdown, actually. But it will be something soon. We're about to find out like what. So for this is a game development thing. It's probably going to use Rust and Spacetime DB. Spacetime DB should help us be able to quickly get a multiplayer game running. I'd love to have some of you all, once it's running, go in there and test it with me. And then I saw a guy create a soccer game, Ray Fernando. You can check out his channel. He created a soccer game called Yeeball. I think you could go there, yeeball.com, Yeeball. And you can see a game. You could play it there, create a session. A game that was built with Rust and Spacetime DB. So we'll see. Anyways, this is a game development window. We're also scraping Eric's channel for good data in order to build tools and a foundation to be able to generate stuff. Maybe that'll help us with Eric's marketing. Maybe not. Maybe it'll help me with my own thing. But Acacia says, wanting to be able to use a supermarket sweep analogy, but don't think any be working. Well, I'd like it. Works on to some degree at least. Yeah, we got a supermarket sweep me. You did. And you win. All right, so let's see. I'm going to get it going. So I'm not going to do advanced elicitation. Let's just do this. Continue. So it's going to move forward with the, it's called Type Clash right now. We're going to change that, but should be a fighting game. I would like it to have 10 players at once. No soup for you. And then that would be fun. So like 6 to 10 or more, but I would start with that. Okay, a thought just came to mind. 16 players at once, right? Only one of each type can be selected. Each character, it's asynchronous, so they have their own styles, and it's based mainly on their first two functions, but there will be things that we, like mechanics, that we can kind of infer from their stacks. So you could think like a INFP would have a lot more variety than like a NI type might, right? And maybe a more metaphysical approach. I don't know what that would be, but you know, incantations? I don't know. Right. Yeah, asynchronous. Obviously, that leads to, yeah, certain weaknesses. Exactly. Yeah, SE Polar, you're going to have some issues there. We don't know how it's going to work yet, but if you have some ideas, you know, I could possibly feed it in. But, you know, I just thought for like SI Polar, no mini map for you. No, like in a single player game, no log. You don't get a log. But in SI Dom, they get like this super detailed log. I don't know. That doesn't sound fun. It has to be fun. So, you know, we'll see how it plays out. But that's the gist of it. And then at first I was thinking of like quadra kind of stylings. And then within the quadra, you can kind of make distinctions. Stages for each type. An Acacia stage, that might be cool. But first, obviously, I would think of 4 stages. Like, obviously, 4 characters, 4 stages at first to get the basic thing going. The quadras. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. could have stages for each of those. And then once those work well, maybe we can break them down and get more and more granular. Longer stamina, but to like one's detriment, right? Was that SI polar? Right. They don't even realize. Yeah, exactly. They can go and go. They don't realize that they're falling apart. That's awesome. Exactly. Okay. Let's see what we're doing. Step 3 of 14. Platform and audience. Cool. So right now it's a web-based. All right, good. I'm glad I knew what you were talking about. Web-based game. Instant access. No install friction. That means soon we'll be playing. The technology. Okay, we'll see. Steam. Itch.io. That seems good. For early builds and playtesting. That actually seems like a good place to go. And then also I could charge like $2, like once it's like a polished thing or something like that. Money. No, I'm just kidding. Don't worry about money. We won't do that. I might. Performance, 60 FPS target, that works. Spacetime DB, like I was talking about. Database that updates quickly. Bye, Putty. I have to go. Just wanted to say hi. Good luck with this cool project. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you. I got to go in oh, now. Like 10 minutes anyways. So thanks for stopping by. See you next time. Hopefully Eric streams as soon as I stop. Okay, so let's just do something real quick before I wrap up. But yeah, I love the idea of having a bunch of switches. You know, our Pokeballs falling from the sky. No, I mean, that's straight up like Smash Bros type stuff. But I love having a bunch of custom switches. He can't get enough of that shed. I know he was talking about sheds, right? A shed for the ladies, a poop shed. Someday AI will build a shed. I was reading his comments. I just forgot to read them out. He can't get enough of that shed. Yeah, exactly. Putty is the main shed filler. Nobody talks about that. Somebody needs to tell Alec T. Let's see. So audience analysis, cool. Handicap system. I love this. Smash Bros style. That means everybody can play to their full level, and then you can adjust things so people who are not as skilled yet don't feel completely owned, and then people who are super good and skilled don't feel like they have to change their play style in order to be playing well. Yeah, he's in the shed. You know, Putty's in the shed right now. He's Poopy Cat right now. Okay. Session length. Yeah, we'll see. The idea was I wanted a Spelunky type game and I wanted a Towerfall type game. I wanted the cake, you know, and I know it's scope creep. It's too much. But here's what we went with. Building the multiplayer game first. Then I can get you all on there and test it. Get a lot of data, get criticism, refine it, and then start building single player stages that are more Spelunky-like. That's cool. Keisha, I'm glad. Let's see. All right, Smash 64 level customization toggles. I did mention Smash 64 specifically, and not any Smash after that, because I don't know. I liked how primitive 64 was. It was like 8 characters. We might have 16, right? 8 stages, something like that. They were so good. The new stuff, it's great, right? But I didn't know where to start. You know, it's like I got overwhelmed a little bit. I have great memories of Smash 64. So, does this capture my platform and audience vision? Yeah, let's go ahead. I say yes. Let's keep going. Definitely glad to get your all's feedback. Did it get too complicated after? Well, I don't think if you stayed with the series, it was too complicated. So much variety. It's amazing. I actually think the ideal version is probably the newer stuff, but it's a lot. And the truth is, I bought it when it came out, the newest Smash, which is like 6 years old now. Wow. I bought it. I loved it. I didn't play much of it. So, I don't know. Could be I'm just getting old. But I would love to go back and play some, by the way. We should play Acacia. That would be fun. But I think just the concept of starting with a small set, because of all these things are variables, you know, like things are going to break, you know, each variable you add doesn't just add like, and you know this, one degree of difficulty. It's like every single thing you add, it kind of like compounds, and the possible combinations of things that can go wrong ramps up. So I'll start small, get feedback from you and other people who play it. We'll see where it goes. But I am excited about this. I'm going to keep going. I would slow it down and explain more, but we got to spend those tokens. All right. Other project. We have like 5 minutes. I better just, let's go. Let's go. More progress. Other project. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so it's having me test this type Eric Scraper project. So I'm going to test that. We'll see it right here. Except maybe it needs to be another other project. So do I test that npx convex dev command in second brain project or in type case builder project? Is that what it was called? I don't know. Ooh. Hell yeah, Acacia. Just getting the basics down and right. Exactly. I may stream a little later because I'm going to have to do this anyways. I need practice. And it's been very fun hanging. But if Eric's streaming, I won't, probably. I was thinking of doing a stream, like a stream about watching Eric's stream, or like coding and stuff while I watch his stream. So maybe. I was excited today to set up a ring light I had overhead to be a hair light. Let me flip it off so you can see how much of a difference it makes. I thought you'd appreciate this, Acacia. Let's see. Check this out. Hair light on, hair light off. Kind of highlights a little bit. It might be too overexposed, but I like it. Fly guy. I sense less Eric streams in the future. Interesting. Right. In the immediate future or just in perpetuity? Run it in the type case builder project. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, it does, right? Like I need to separate myself from the background and the background. Let's see, left screen, right screen. Right? I'm looking at it, and then I'm looking at it. Okay. Yeah, Jeremiah. Yeah, and there's like a whole green screen setup I did to get this background. I would like to stream more about that and tweak and customize and stuff. But you know, if Eric streams less, like I will stream more. Not that I want him to, but I do consider when I stream with respect to his. First of all, like I understand, but like if a bunch of people are in here and then he starts streaming, I just like obviously a lot of people are gonna jump off. Whatever. But also I don't want to like I want to watch it. I just don't want to kind of like conflict with it. It's not that big of a deal though. I'll probably just start streaming at the same time. Okay, so I did it. It returned this. It looks like it's working. I am definitely interested in Fly Guys NI about that. I have a mute button if I have to clear my throat or cough. It's very useful. Let's see. It liked it. Setup is complete and verified. Okay. Yeah, but what were we doing, dude? You have to keep me... What? Where are we? Okay. 2 more prompts and then we'll stop for now. Okay, but what were we doing? Keep me on track. That doesn't count. The next one will. Let's see. The game extraction. This one. Okay. A lot of documentation of what I've done. It knows my goal. I would slow down, but ain't no time for that. Asymmetric playstyles. Yes. Fly guy. You must explain. Please. No, let's see. No, I kind of get what he's saying. But I would think more like less Eric streams in the immediate future. I don't know, you know. I want their relationship to be as good as it can be. I haven't really kept up. I mean, I've been around a little bit, but kind of it's tough for me. I'm like, I need to focus on other stuff. So thoughts and prayers, you know what I mean? All right, so background and rationale, market timing. Yeah, so I've been telling Eric this. Y'all have probably seen it. I was like, TikTok is 55% year over year or whatever, 32 million. Well, that's because of the research for this. I usually don't like make claims or cite specific proof. I don't cite specific proof because it's hard for me to keep track of it. And I don't make claims because it's hard for me to keep track of the specific proof. So I can feel convinced of stuff. But if I'm going to try to impart that on somebody else, I know you can't just like claim a bunch of stuff. I hate it when people do that, you know, like claim a bunch of stuff and then don't back that ass up. Sorry. Okay. So let's see. Unique selling points. Okay. Who cares? I just want it for me and us. Does this capture goals? Yes. Yes. Continuing. Other one. Boom. Does feel a little more comfortable, though, at the end of this stream, like getting used to this workflow. Would you like me to create a detailed implementation plan for the schema design step? Yeah. And then next stream, maybe I'll show you all how I'm scraping money tokens. Is this a Jew or is this an ENTJ? ENT and J stands for Jew. Canceled. Let's see. Yes, I think the answer is yes. Yes. So if I start saying yes, what's up, Show Media, by the way? Maybe it'll accept it, you know? Maybe it'll, you know, get used to this kind of person. Anyways, I scraped sessions from 9 types, I think, but it really started hallucinating. I was talking about this earlier in the stream, but it started like completing the transcript with completely fake conversation and Eric acting so weird. It was not real. I'm all right. Looking intellectual. Thank you. Yeah, it's not correct. Now, I'm about to go make Din Din. I wish I would love to continue streaming. Let's see. Gotta go drink a bunch of water after this. Take some freaking, what is it? Mullen. Hearing others says yes, it wants to agree. What are you saying? Hey, you did the show stats for me. Cool. Okay. Create convex schema with 5 tables matching the ENTP structure. Yeah, dude. I've been going. Well, you got in fresh, but that's you. You were fresh. Let's see. Let's look at the plan that it created. Oh, I love this. It created a freaking diagram. I will do my thing, and I'll probably be back later, like I said, especially if Eric's not streaming. Got to spend these credits. Got to do it. Anyways, I'd love to show you all this extraction of the transcripts later, but it's pulling those and then structuring them with XML tags to like test, and then TE as the type, you know? And so I can start to capture that stuff and then put it in a database. That's what convex is for. So, like it shows here, transform to our schema, import the session, test arguments, definitions, test methods. Okay. Whatever. It's got a plan, right? So, supermarket sweep. Somebody swap me. Somebody swap me. That's stupid. That's The Mask with Jim Carrey. Let's see. Update this. Yep. Create this. I'm going to do them both with one agent and then go. So it's doing that. Can I show us how to shampoo our hair with just a small little bottle of water without running out of water? I'm sure I could. Yeah. I don't know what the demand for that is. It's pretty cool to be on the receiving end of these questions. I didn't realize that you would do it with me too. I thought it might be a thing where like Eric's getting frustrated, so it causes you to do this more, or you do it more in response for like self-entertainment, which is what I would do, kind of thing. Self and other entertainment, people who are resonating with the kind of humor I'm doing. But yes, I could. No, I don't want to. Okay. Dang it. Okay. We will end this huge ass demand. It's an ass demand. Okay, so it's like this. Huge ass demand. You know what I'm going to put. Yeah. So that's a category of demands. Okay, cool. That sounds good. It looks good. So it did the 2 steps already. You see that crap? It did the 2 steps. That's why it's so good. Now I'm going to have it do the other 3. That, and that. Do it. Ask demand is high. Cursor here is so fast. It's amazing. I don't think we're going to get to use all the tokens. I suspect right now I'm going to be gone for an hour and a half at least, and then probably another half hour before I stream again. If I do. Is it true, Acacia? Is it true Acacia tried to provoke you to get an FE tattoo on your right butt cheek? No comment. But if I did, it would be due to, like, in part to ask demand. Yes, you can be a moderator. But I already said yes, but I will revoke it if things are messed up. But yes, I would love that. How do I, there you go. Okay, you can moderate. I don't know if provoke is the right word. Oh, I see. Right. So you're saying the questions to Eric Acacia entertained you? You're modded. Refresh the page. huge.askdemand.edu. The Shield. Oh, yeah. Shield is moderator. How'd you know that? What the heck? Y'all, okay. This is exciting. Tonight, I do want to spend a bunch of these tokens. Interesting. I'll address that right now. I do want to spend a bunch of these tokens. There's nothing to lose, so I'm going to be much less discerning. I've been so conservative with this, and now we're running up against the last day. I'm going to try not to beat myself up if I don't do it, but I'd like to get to 70% or something. Yeah, they entertain me too, Acacia. I do not see the shield. I don't see that. To me, it looks like you have a wrench. Y'all have wrenches. Show media is hallucinating. Okay, the other project, and I know I did lie, so I'm gonna have to end this. Let's see the other project. Let's see what it's got. I have to make what I said true, or more true than it looks right now. Okay, selling points, physics-based combat. Yes, send a photo maybe? Oh yeah, send a photo, yeah. You all got freaking wrenches. One thing I love about this game, physics-based combat. Why am I messing up at saying combat? I love in Smash Bros. 64, where let's say you have a gun and you're done firing all the bullets, you can then take the freaking husk of the gun and throw it at their face. You know what I mean? To me, that's the best. So physics, throwing stuff from across the level, so funny. So that's going to be a thing. And then like, I want to be able to bank things off the wall. So like, you know, I like going for the big play, the skill shot, even if it gets me killed, which it does. We'll send it to Ruben or whatever. I got jealous. Sorry. Okay. Oki, tell Magic Earth hello and to sing happy birthday to you for the next few days after every meal and every shower. Thank you guys. This has been awesome. I will probably be back later. We're going to do a lot more, you know what, EST or ENT, you know who, type building later. Got to spend every last cent of this. You see, we're at 110. I totally didn't spend enough here. You see, really? I don't get your text pics. Well, that might be a good thing. Let's see. Interesting. Let me check. Or you didn't send it. You've given up. That sucks. You're right. I don't seem to get them. I'll figure it out, maybe. Let's continue here. All right, y'all. Your wrench has an allergic reaction. It looks like a fat shield, huh? Okay, show media. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. I will revoke your shield. Your fat shield. But that's fine. 10 seconds. Also, he had it coming. Cool, y'all. So, thank you. I'm going to stop it here so I can go cook. We're making beef soup. It's going to come out great. And maybe I'll see you all tonight. Thank you, Acacia. Yes, please send it to me. Then we'll figure it out. Good night, you all. If you can, pop a like on here. Thank you so much. Have a good one. See you later. Bye-bye. I did it, right? Oh, I haven't done it yet. Okay, I'll do this. Bye-bye. I tried to do it and click the